The EU is asking its citizens to drive less, turn down air conditioning and work from home 3 days a week, to reduce reliance on Russian energy.
Here's a summary of the article.
The EU is asking its citizens to drive less, turn down air conditioning and work from home 3 days a week, to reduce reliance on Russian energy. Buying energy from Russia helps to support its economy and finance the war in Ukraine. The 9-point plan, entitled, Playing My Part, urges citizens to drive less, by using public transport, or working from home 3 days a week. Heat their homes less in winter, and turn the air conditioning down in summer. Drive more slowly on highways, with the car air conditioning turned down, which uses less fuel. The IEA calculates that if every citizen followed its recommendations, it could save 220 million barrels of oil every year, enough to fill 120 supertankers. In March, the EU announced a plan to make the bloc independent of Russian energy imports by 2030, but the German energy minister Christian Lindner told the BBC on Wednesday it would be impossible to stop oil imports immediately.
This post received a score of 19,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Even before all of this, the pros from working from home seem to vastly outweigh the cons in almost every possible sense.
Perhaps plague and war have a small silver lining there.
I do think that the world needed this sense of urgency and impending doom to actually do something. We're not glorifying the suffering or deaths that these crises are causing. Just recognizing that the planet just might have a shot to be saved as a result.
Recent research has estimated that a total apocalypse which results in total collapse of human civilization by 2100 has already been avoided and deemed unlikely, contrary to the beliefs we had decades ago, which assumes that the pace of pollution has slowed down a bit. Kurzgesagt recently did a really thorough and well-done video about it, which I recommend to everyone here. So, the bald monkeys aren't going anywhere, but that doesn't mean that by 80 years 1/3 road of the Earth won't be uninhabitable for them.
Climate change won't kill off humanity, but it will have severe impact on life expectancy across the globe and kill billions of poor people over the century. Rich and stable countries will find ways to adapt. It'll just make everything much more expensive for the average person.
Yeah, even if the phytoplankton that produce the majority of Earth's oxygen collapse, it would still be far easier to live on that Earth than it would be to colonize another planet. If things were that dire, the rich would just retreat to islands and repurpose and rush development of technology we're building to go to the Moon and Mars. The vast majority of humanity would die, but I doubt we'd go extinct.
This is pure fantasy. It doesn't matter how much money or power anyone has if the system that gives them the power collapses. Workers who have no gas or food are going to magically arrive at a factory and produce the components needed for other magical workers who don't require food or transportation to build some magical technology. If it was that easy, the issues would have been addressed already.
Are billionaires who fly around in private planes by themselves and mega factories THST produce more emissions and use more energy in 1 minute than I do in my entire lifetime planning on doing anything to help? Or is it just the plebs and poors responsible for change?
This should be a global initiative to reduce the Earth's dependence on fossil fuels.
I guess it takes a war to start reducing that dependence actively as a group effort.
Maybe now we can start modulating our own excessive consumerism.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.